You know, they had the mock drafts come out probably like every other day, so it was like I think I was sitting around like 32. You know, 5'10" quarterbacks don't really go that high, and at the time they didn't even really know how tall I was. They were always questioning it, but you know, I thought anywhere as low as second to, you know, end of the first or something like that, but realistically I thought that's, you know, kind of where it was headed.
Kyler is, I mean, he's a freak, man. Well, I'd take him with the first pick of the draft if I could.
Was it just crazy that you had said this and then it turns out that you had the number 1?
Yeah, I mean, I'm big on manifesting things, but that was a little much. Yeah, that was kind of a glitch in the matrix, I think.
We were basically dealing with a lot of big problems. At the end of 2018, it was, are we going to make a change at head coach? What are the other big issues? And we're sort of fighting the biggest fires first.
When Michael and I talked about it philosophically, the way we approached it was we're going to find an offensive head coach who is a play caller and match them with a quarterback of the future.
I knew they wanted me to come in and help develop a young quarterback, help improve an offense, and that was what I was focused on.
This wasn't like a package deal where if you're going to hire me, we're going to wink, wink, we're going to draft Kyler. No.
Kliff was outstanding through it all. We know that he had a relationship with him, but he trusted the process throughout the spring. My perception going into the evaluation was he was a tremendous athlete, didn't know what kind of pure passer he really was, watched the tape, couldn't believe the kind of arm talent.
We had the meeting here with him and the evaluation continued, and then we went and worked him out. I think it became more and more evident that this was a unique talent, and it was going to be hard to pass up.
If you're standing behind him, the way the ball comes out of his hand, the speed and the sound, you know, there are few quarterbacks that can sling it like he can. And I was really impressed with that. I didn't expect that out of a 5'10" quarterback.
Until you see it in person and hear the ball come out and watch it the way it jumps out of his hand, that really changes a lot of things.
We wanted a private workout, and that's what we did. My impression was, one, Kyler really sold himself to me with his leadership and how focused he was on football, because we asked him all those questions about baseball.
We hashed that out, and you could tell in his eyes that football is his passion.
I just knew, you know, it would kill me to not, you know, go give my all to football when the opportunity's there, and that's what I've been, you know, wanting to do my whole life. So at the end of the day, you know, my love for the game just kind of trumped it all.
I think once he got to be around Kyler, you saw the talent, you know, up close, saw how he handled things, you know, the questions. I think it really started to build momentum at that point.
I think it was on the airplane on the way back where, once we had a chance to talk privately, that's where a lot of things came together. But there was still more work to do. It wasn't a done deal at that point. It was, wow, he answered a lot of questions. Now we've got to continue the due diligence.
I think we had kind of all the information at this point, and I do feel like that was kind of a turning point.
For me, it was about staying deliberate with our evaluations, looking at the whole picture, evaluating at the other top prospects, and then trying to make the best decision we could for the team, because we were only going to be able to select one player.
We all love Nick Bosa. I've said it a million times. I mean, that guy, if you could have had both of them, we would have done anything.
You look back and he was Defensive Rookie of the Year, but in that situation, moving forward as an organization, this guy touches the ball on every snap. We were convinced that he was the right pick, so we were excited, yet at the same time there does come risk with it. Whether it was him or a defensive player, whichever route we went, the number one pick comes with a lot of pressure.
We decided, and I think this was something we felt like was really important because of all the speculation and the false reports, and as I said, it seemed like there were 3 a day towards the end. We decided that Steve and I would just keep the decision quiet, and we didn't line up those top 3 players on our board in the order that we were actually going to take them.
I really don't think Kyler even believed he was being taken number 1 until his name was called.
I know how the drafts things are, and it's all up in the air. At the end of the day, you know, GMs have to make the decision of who they want to pick, and I understand that. So it wasn't, you know, I wasn't going to be all in until, you know, I got the phone call.
Kyler, you ready to roll?
The rest of the room found out when I said to Steve, okay, let's call Kyler. That's when they learned. Coach knew, But the rest of the room, we just didn't want to have it, you know, we'd kept it secret that long. And then, you know, I think everybody saw, you know, Kyler in his pink suit getting the phone call.
It's a quarterback-driven league. And if you're a general manager that can't find the right quarterback, you're not going to have a job very long. So fortunately for us, we had the first pick at the right time, and we think we took the right player.
This is where I wanted to be, giving you the, you know, the honest truth. You know, understanding that Coach Kingsbury was here, and you know, it's a fresh start for the organization. You know, this organization hasn't really, you know, they've been there, but they've never really won it. So you know, to go somewhere and you know, kind of change the culture and do something special, you know, always be remembered. That's kind of what I'm into.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
I've always felt like the upside to what he could be as a quarterback was spectacular, and now we get to find out, you know, how far we can take this thing.